Good evening, everybody. Let me know if my sound's coming through okay. Did a premiere from some of the shows that I showed prior to my let's just call it an event, the eye-opening event. And when I was listening to that, going back and forth, I noticed some people saying, "Well, let's do a share show," and there was a dream that I was sharing on there about some shoes that looked 3 sizes too big. But then when I put the shoes on, they fit perfectly. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we wonder why we see certain things. And just by even making videos or even documenting them, keeping a dream journal, and then refreshing back, they make a heck of a lot of sense in hindsight. I'll just put it that way. So anyways, tonight we're going to have whoever wants to come on and share. And I also want to talk, gosh darn it. Oh, technical issues always. I'm going to go ahead and put the share link in the chat. And then I will fix this because I'm hoping you can still hear me. Okay, hold on. Invite. Clipboard. All right. Actually, show yourself just for a second, and then I'll add you on. If I have to, I'll turn on OBS and to fix the camera. Why does it do this crap? Cardiolia. Let me see. I turn my camera off. Hold show my. Okay, that works still. Last time it didn't even do that for me. So at least we've got that part. Let's see. La la la. Why are you messing with my camera? It's on the right one. Anyways, okay. Over the past 8 months, it's been really eye-opening. Lots going on. Lots of it's saying it's not even recognizing my camera. If I have to, I'll turn on OBS and go back and forth. It just doesn't let me put this screen up when we have multiple people up here speaking. I like to direct the attention to whom is sharing. So anyways, I talked a little bit about getting thrown up into the air. And then I, shared a little bit about, the events that transpired after that, which was a very strange phenomenon to have happen is, I have my spirit feel like it's sleeping out through the crown of my head, and go someplace. Who knows what I said to him, but I ticked off somebody and then I went someplace else. And then I went back to that place and then back here. And it was like everything changed. All the dynamics of everything changed. And then I've been talking lately about standing our ground and things like that. And, and I want to also bring up that there's been, and I'm sure that you guys have noticed it too, a huge population influx. If we look back at the 80s, there was like 3 billion people or whatever. And now here we are at 2024, or I'm sorry, 2022. And we have like they say there's like 9 billion people on the planet, and people pass away every day. Accidents happen, things that happen. I mean, it's just crazy. Where the flip did all these people come from? Well, is there something going on where they're having to incarnate because they're not going to be able to feed, and so they're going to have their own energy source? I don't know. What do you guys think? There's so much going on, so many different realms as we see Mandela effects. We see subtle differences and changes in these places. We're noticing different phenomena in skies that it's phenomenal, and how we're sensing what's going on in the ether, and we know what's going on around us. Some of us are getting stronger, getting more authority to do and move forward, and how we need to expand and to grow into a more equal type of a footing of knowing the divinity in your brothers and sisters is huge. Okay, that's a huge knowing, to know that, to look at your brothers and sisters or other beings that are around you and understand the divinity in them, And then to understand, okay, well, how are we going to bring that into practice and stop oppressing each other? Well, kind of have to figure out how to get rid of the hierarchy. Well, how are you going to do that? They're not going to give it up easily. So, then there'll be some that are just going to have to like bump heads with them, ordained to take away some authority that they have stolen from another. It's just really weird, especially since I was totally left brain, and now it's like this is so right brain, so creative type of thinking that it's like, oh my gosh. Okay, let me know if you guys are able to hear me okay. And it looks like oh good, Lee's on, but your camera's not working either. I'm gonna add you because I know who you are. Okay, where did he go? There he is. Okay, he's buffering. Wow, 7.9 billion is the estimated guess. Yeah, see, well, that's multiplied from what it's supposed to do. You're buffering. I'm going to remove you, and then I'll add you back. Let's see. Still buffering. Try and bounce out and bounce back in. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to try to jump out and jump back in. Shit. My camera worked when I was not in here. We'll work on that one. What the heck, man?
Okay, that looks.
Your camera's okay. Now my camera's working too.
Greetings, everybody.
Oh, much love. I've missed you. How have you been? Can you hear me good? Can you hear me, Lee? No? Can you hear? Can you hear?
Shell's buffering.
Oh, I'm buffering. Okay.
Change my picture here.
Am I better now? Can you hear me? What is the matter with this transition here? Lee, can you hear me calling out to you?
I can't hear you, Michelle, if you can hear me.
I can hear you 5x5. They can hear me too. You got headphones? Earbuds? Your mic is on. They can hear you perfectly. Go to Lee. Lee. Hello. Somebody else pop in and see if it's my sound messing it, because who knows? I mean, now my camera works now that he's in here. So there's his camera. See, you're muted. You've muted yourself. He muted himself. Okay. He's trying to fix his sound issues. Okay. So anyway, so like so much weird, strange phenomena. I heard both of I can't hear me. And I haven't seen him in so long. And this guy, you guys are gonna really love him. He's awesome. Anyway, so much has happened, and I get the weirdest information, and I have to sit there and stew on it because, like I said, I'm very left brain. I was brought up left brain, very mathematical. Everything, 1+1 it needs to equal 2. 2 + 2 needs to equal 4, and so all of this weird stuff, it's like. it, I'm my own worst critic, and see when it does that, it goes off. Huh. Okay. So, anyways, I'm my own worst critic. I will hyperanalyze everything, hyper overanalyze because it doesn't make sense, and everything that's happening doesn't make sense. And since it doesn't make sense, it's like, okay, what the flip? What do we do when what we're going through does not make sense to what we think would be normal? What do we do? I mean, it just doesn't compute. So, I'll stew on things, and then I'll get, affirmations and more confirmations. And then I'll hear, other people going through it. And even the planet with the three suns now has been discovered, and it's over there by Orion, by, the Pleiades, which I saw the seven luminaries also in the sky, but they were like, like outlines. So, which would be like, okay, maybe that was a time clock, to see that was some kind of a time clock on when the wheat was finally going to start to be treated like wheat instead of oppressed, and made to bow down. I don't know. It's an open share show, and that's why it's an open share show, because we see these things, we go through these things, we try to rationalize them and try to understand them. And like I said, these past months, it's felt like a spiritual battle. It's what it's felt like. It felt like I have been seriously having to warrior up, and I have no Yoda. I was just thrown in the midst of it, and I had to learn what to do. And I don't like to hurt anybody or anything, but when something in the invisible realm is attacking us, they obviously can see what they're doing. So that's how I kind of had to start to look at it. They can see what they're doing. They know what they're doing. What should we do? What should I do? Will it help my brothers and sisters if I start, standing and figuring out what the freak to do to eliminate this? Get this out of our way so we're not dealing with this oppression anymore? Or, it's just things like that. Okay, there's the private chat. He's still no sound. You can't hear me at all. Hmm. You try through your cell phone? Yeah. You do this through your phone? Sounds good to me. And I'm going to turn that back so that way, just in case, because technology's been acting really, really funky too. Um, things that shouldn't be acting up are acting up, or like there'll be more than it said earlier on that premiere there was one person viewing, but then there was like three to five people chatting. It's like, whatever, I don't even care anymore. We're just going to do our thing. We're going to share what we know. We're going to keep moving forward. And uh, I mean, that's all we can do. That's all we can do. And I know that I've been hawing around about sharing the specifics and stuff of what has happened over this year. I mean, it was awful, and I don't ever want to scare anyone away from walking out their path. Heck no, heck no. But because once you meet who created us, you don't ever there's no fear. There's no fear there. It's all agape, unconditional love, and you start understanding who you are in truth. It's the resistance, I think, from the old paradigm that just doesn't want to let go. They don't want to let go of the reins, so they're going to hold on. See, now it dropped down to one. Did the whole stream crash? Did the whole thing crash? Did it crash? I can't hear you in live stream. Oh, shit. You can't hear me at all? I'm going to restart the stream. Okay, give me a minute. I'm going to leave and we'll start over again. got rid of my camera again. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. I'll restart the whole darn thing. Okay. I'll be back.